Over the years, youth rugby has gained a staggering amount of popularity. With a safer gameplay, lots of contact, and a unique style, many kids see the appeal in rugby. When playing rugby, there are no helmets, so there's no obligation to use it as a weapon, such as in football. Despite that, there are tons of tackles to be made in a safe manner, since players tackle with their shoulders instead of their heads. As well as lots of contact in a safe way, everyone gets to run and pass the ball, rather than just blocking your man or just hitting your guy. To learn more, we talked to some former professional USA rugby players and now coaches. Why do you think youth rugby is growing so rapidly in the United States?
I think there's a couple of reasons why. I think one, it's new and exciting. There's been a lot of traditional sports that have been played for a long time in America, and so it's something new and different, and kids are intrigued by that. I also think that America thrives on a contact sport environment, and it gives kids, boys and girls, now an option to participate in a contact environment that's also been really safety focused, so kids get that safe contact experience, and it's just super fun. So I think that's another thing. It's catching on because kids are having a good time.
What do you think the future of rugby will be?
I think the future's endless. I think at the end of the day, from our perspective, globally it's growing significantly. I think internationally it's fantastic to see, countries like China, Uruguay, Brazil really turning onto the sport. There's a lot of African nations that are really turning onto the sport. The tier 1 nations continue to evolve and grow. There's some fantastic top tier competitions. I think, here in America, we're now getting a lot more access to that top tier rugby, so we can actually watch it. Our Eagles are starting to progress, the Olympics. I think overall, we've got a long way to go, and I think specifically here in America, it's an untapped resource from many, many different sides of the sort of spectrum, right? So professional players going and playing elsewhere, I think the youth development, the high school, the collegiate, and ultimately eventually having our own pro league here in America, and a very successful one. I think those are all things that are on their way and will be a part of the landscape, in 5 to 10 years' time. So it's a really exciting time, and I think for me, I've got 2 boys, and that's the exciting part, right? They are going to go through that, and they're going to be a part of a generation very similar to yourself that are going to be able to, really take advantage of all those opportunities. And I think it's a very exciting time. So I'm excited by it.
All right, thank you. In 2015, 271 concussions were reported in the NFL. Many experts think that there were dozens more that went unreported. The Seattle Seahawks have been training their players to tackle more like rugby players, low and with their shoulder. Not only has this method proved to be safer, as only 1 out of the 271 concussions was from a Seahawk, it proved to be more effective as well, creating one of the best defenses in the league. Now, we're going to talk to some local players and coaches. Why do you love rugby?
The best part of rugby is the social side. You play the game, both teams, and then afterwards you guys all hang out together. You go to the Crust Pizzeria or whatever, or have tacos at the field. And it's like that all over the world at every age group. So when I was in New Zealand, you play a club, and then you go to their sponsor pub, right? And so you know these guys, and you got friends the rest of your life. Some of these guys have been playing since they were 5, 6, 7 years old, and they know guys from Irvine, from San Clemente, from Santa Barbara, and they're going to be friends forever. They'll play each other in high school, they'll play each other in college, they'll play each other in the men's leagues, maybe even the pro leagues. But they all know each other since they were 5.
Overall, rugby has become a major sport worldwide, with lots of hitting in a safe way. It has a fun way of playing that includes everyone in the running and passing. Hopefully, rugby will become one of the main sports for the U.S.